What's up, YouTube? Is my mic working? Yeah, all right, cool. Welcome back to Creative Exploration with Pers. I'm here with my guest, Kentskooking. I've been following Kent for a while. He makes amazing stuff, and you're about to see that. But yeah, I'm going to let Kent introduce himself. So welcome to the show, bud.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I'm Kent from Kentskooking, and I'm just degenerate AI addict. ComfyUI mainly.
Aren't we all?
Thanks to Pers. He taught me the stuff that got me really hooked on it. So
nice.
here we are. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I have two cats. Brothers.
What are their names?
Basil and Bucky.
Nice. So what got you into AI in the first place?
I just saw like a post of like one of my buddies threw up like a Dolly 2 image, and he had mixed like his, because he's a city planner or whatever, and so he mixed like some architectural stuff with some sort of like pie chart of modern art, and I was like, dude, what the fuck is that? That's cool. And so, oh, can I cuss yet? Sorry.
Oh yeah, it's all good. Especially now that they're unlisted. They don't even give a shit about
monetization. Yeah, who cares?
Anymore. Fuck, you know what I'm saying?
Because I have a problem with saying that constantly. But
no worries.
So yeah, so I saw that and I was like, dude, that is cool. So you can just type in anything and it pops out whatever idea. And so then I got into Midjourney, and I was just stuck on Midjourney for like, I don't know, over a year. And then that just started getting gets boring after you do like 50,000 images.
Yep.
And I was using Runway and Pika and all that stuff. And then I can't remember what made me want to do it locally. I think I just felt a little bit trapped with the services that I didn't have control over, you know?
Yeah.
And always worrying like, because I do some weird stuff, dude, and I'm worrying like that I'm going to get banned for some innocent thing that I did. Yeah. Innocent in my eyes, you know?
No, exactly. I know exactly.
Puritans over there running Midjourney's like moderation section. But so that was one of the things, and I just was kind of interested. And so I just got a GPU and like downloaded Comfy and just started going and messing around. And I really should have watched your channel like way earlier, because I just wasted like 3 months doing the weirdest stuff and had no idea what was happening.
Yeah, I mean, but that's also a really good way to learn too.
Yeah, well, you end up learning stuff that you wouldn't have learned from tutorials.
Yeah,
just because you know.
And like it forces you to like actually understand the whole diffusion chain. Like you have to, yeah, I mean, you have to plug everything in.
Yeah. I'm just happy to have a hyper focus in my life. It's great.
Yeah. So what are we doing here? Let's talk about this.
Okay, so basically like most of what I do is with trained embeddings. So I use Automatic 1111 to train embeddings on just sets of images.
Okay.
And that's mostly of like my seeds for images and video. So I just have like,
that's really cool.
Let me start a new one. Let me find another. Here we are. And I'll just open this up to default, so I can kind of show you what I mean. Mm-hmm. So you can see like what embedding's doing what. I'm just gonna raw dog it with no negative. Road rash, there it is. And then I like the 1.5 pruned. So I just drop my embedding in there, and then let's just pull out a preview image. Change that to 4. So this one is just, well, make the images in Midjourney, generally speaking, and then I'll train a model on them. And so this one had like a bunch of mouths and racetracks and stuff. And I've also messed with training Hypernetworks, just basically whatever was available in Automatic 11.11 to figure out. And so I've been training these on like really diverse sets of images. Let me actually just use the main one.
So you can't train them with Comfy, eh?
I haven't found, like I've seen, Flux lore trainers and stuff, which I've used in Comfy. But as far as embeddings and hypernetworks, I don't think there's just enough demand for it. I'm assuming to even try to put it in Comfy. But yeah, I just use Automatic 11.11. Like I have a little training Python GUI that I made with Claude and ChatGPT, and then that helps me process everything. But like it's pretty cool. Like the hypernetwork adds, like we can just compare here.
Hello, friend.
So it adds quite a bit of detail. Just having it in there. And it's interesting because it's like embeddings, you train like a single concept. And with hypernetworks, it's robust enough and a large enough file where you can train it on a really diverse set of images. It's almost like you can make it. I mean, you can also do a single concept and it'll just produce that no matter what. Like I have one that I trained on these like this Casio watch outputs. Let's see which one was better. 45,000. So it just makes like black and white. Make it. I mean, you can images intentionally. So you can do like a specific concept. Oh, it's set to 0.6. But then you can. It's like a mini checkpoint almost, I guess. And where it's been cool.
What's up, YouTube?
Using it for
is my mic working? Yeah. All right. Cool. Welcome back to Creative Exploration with Pers.
So that's like
I'm here with my guest, Kentskooking.
And then I'm going to be also using wheel painting and. Let's see here.
How many images does it take to pop into a decent embedding?
Embeddings, I'll use generally from like. They're usually about 20.
Oh, okay.
20
How long do they take to 90. Train?
On the 4090, it takes like, I think 45 minutes. On the A6000, I think it takes closer to like an hour.
That's cool.
Maybe a little less than an hour.
I like that idea, though, sort of like Laura's, but not really.
Right, and they're a lot lighter weight, and they train quite a bit faster than Laura's. It's a little easier as well. There's not as many parameters to mess with. So yeah, I'm going to mix these two.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm actually going to use that clip text encode with weight from Inspire. That way I can control the strength of them if I need to.
Oh, right on. Yeah, I've never messed with this stuff.
I think I saw you on one stream. You had one. You had the.
I was doing something with conditioning. I don't think it was embeddings.
Oh, not embeddings, no.
Yeah.
But you had definitely this node you were using. And what I found, dude, is like, because conditioning combine actually ups your VRAM usage like a whole bunch. It like almost doubles it. And if you keep adding more and more, you'll run out of VRAM. But concat conditionings doesn't up your VRAM at all. And I'm actually
just putting one after the other instead of trying to mix them.
Right, but somehow it's still squeezing in more than 75 tokens. I don't know how it works because it's just putting it one after another, right? But they're all in there.
That's weird.
It's not blocking it out. Like if you put two embeddings in here, I find this like really interesting. So if I put that oil painting anime and then after that road rash, and then just connect this in. We get that, right?
Oh wow, yeah.
So it does they're kind of combined in there still, but then when we separate them out, So this is 1. This will be 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm a little close there. We're good. So see, it's drastically different, and you get more details from each one. Now, also, I found that if you put a blank one in between, sandwich it, like it improves even more. And I don't have the seed locked. I should probably have the seed locked.
Wow, that's crazy.
So that's like concat and combine. I don't even mess with combine anymore. When I first started, I was just conditioning combine. I'm like, what does this do? Conditioning combine. And it takes forever, and it's really hard to find 2 embeddings that will play well together.
I wonder why the one in the blank one in the middle helps.
I don't know. Because it shouldn't make a difference, dude. Like, you're getting an empty matrix, I guess, like
should be
in
like
between the other 2 matrices.
Comma.
Because if you, 0, comma, or whatever, show any. Right, because we can just see, like,
what it's doing.
What each embedding is giving us, and then what also is going in between them. Yeah. This is like, people ask me for workflows, and I'm like, I don't think it's going to be helpful for you, dude.
Yeah, I'll just tell you what I'm doing, and you
because I'm not going to
something. Because they have to make their own embeddings too, right?
Right. I'm not going to share the embeddings I trained, and like, I could share the workflow, but then I don't see how it's going to be useful. I don't think this is most people's idea of fun.
Yeah, I find that with a lot of artists at Comfy, like people that are doing something truly unique, like they've gone down a rabbit hole so far that most other people are just like, I don't know, man. Yeah. What's the easy button?
Yeah. Which I understand, dude. And when you're first starting out, it's probably better. So this is the blank one, which is surprising that it's not just
not
0.
Nothing. Yeah.
Okay, so it's adding that in.
And the values are different too. So
yeah, these ones I think are the same, no, they are different.
Yeah.
Let me just sanity check one more of these.
Super weird.
Yeah, let's put also, this is also blank. See if it gives us the same thing. Because I've tested all with like lock seat. Yeah, it gives the same thing. So that's just what a blank conditioning gives you. Anyway, let's get rid of these. So yeah, and if you add more, just keep putting blanks in between. And you can, I've added 30. I think I've done 50.
30.
Yeah, which took a long time to like set up, and it was just this monster. But
was it changing every time you added more in the middle?
I wasn't testing each one, dude. Right. I just was like, I'm just going to put every embedding I have together and see what happens. I was expecting garbage, and it was actually kind of cool.
And it was just like basically the same amount of VRAM for 30 embeds?
Same amount of VRAM, took about the same amount of time, too.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's such an interesting hack, because like I don't play with conditioning stuff a lot because of that, just the amount of time it adds to the render. So I got a 3090, right. So it's like everything's half the speed of yours, right? So imagine, you start adding conditioning embedding to ADiff runs, and it's like, or not a conditioning mixing into ADiff runs. You're kind of like, why am I doing this? It's like I had like a 6-color mask going with like a different conditioning mask for each one, as well as the IPAdapter thing, and it was like 45 minutes to make like a 140 frame animation or something. I'm like,
100%, yeah. And that's probably LCM too, right?
Yeah. It was like an 11-step run, easy peasy, but not really.
Dude, I made some of my coolest projects though, and the ones that I like the most are exactly that. They're like 150 frame masks with conditionings and multiple embeddings going. But yeah, it takes so long. Yeah, that's the secret. I finally figured it out. And dude, the problem with figuring this out is like, if you use the regular default concat, this is the most confusing thing ever invented, dude. Conditioning to, conditioning from. What does that mean even? And then it's literally like,
this is actually probably why I don't mess with this, because of this.
Yeah. Because look at it, dude. And so I've tested it. And this does exactly the same thing if you wire these up backwards and connect them all backwards again and again. So it's like you literally have to wire it.
So from is the source and to is the target.
Right. And so especially if you're adding blanks in there, I used to be doing that, dude. I was like, from blank to this, to combine them together with another concatenate, and then make a new one from the blank to the combined one. And I would just keep on stringing these together. Thank God that someone thought to do this, because this is so much simpler, dude. Anyway.
Yeah, I think Impact is Dr. Lieutenant Data, I think, right? The guy who is the manager? I think so. That's also the one that was hit by the not so great crypto miner thing.
Yeah, that I was using Xformer, so I had this really outdated version of PyTorch, so that didn't affect me at all. Like I went in to check and I'm like, what am I looking for? I don't have that. AnimateDiff. And then what I like to do also is I always use this animate LCM thing, even for non-LCM stuff.
Yeah.
Because I like photorealistic or more photorealistic stuff.
Yeah.
And then just
I don't do much like illustrative or anime stuff, so I don't even know what's best for that. I really like fantasy realism, whatever, just weirdness. Insanity.
Yeah. I can't quit. Things there. Video combine.
Should probably pop an NSFW nude in the negative just for YouTube.
It ruins it, bro.
Yeah.
All right. I think it affects the output, but okay, maybe I'll just have it off screen.
Yeah, if you want to check the outputs off screen first, that'll work too. Just make sure.
H.264. Because I tested these both thoroughly like before I started to make sure it wasn't going to do that. That's why I switched. Okay, cool. I was gonna do like a different one that I thought was way cooler. It's also way grosser.
Yeah, I would love to have a streaming service where we could just whatever. It's like, it's art, man. Sometimes weird shit comes up. It's fine.
Okay, so I will do this and just put this over here for now.
What's the Decode Batched? The VAE Decode Batched? I haven't seen that.
Yeah, dude. So that basically, like, how VAE will run out of RAM sometimes, like on big batches. So I just got tired of doing that. I'm like, dude, why don't they have a batched VAE? And I just literally searched for VAE batched.
Oh, so it does exist.
VAE encode and decode. It's from VHS Helper, dude.
Yeah, nice.
Or Video Helper Suite.
Is that Kasync? Like a Kasynkadink?
Yeah.
Man, these guys are the best.
Yeah, and I just drop it to 1, dude, because it's almost as fast anyway.
Yep, Kasynkadink.
Let's see. I'm trying to wait for when the VAE loads. Here, that's the VAE right there. It doesn't even bump up.
Okay.
And then I check over here to make sure that there's nothing.
The hella pro tip.
We're good, dude.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So it gives us this.
Jesus.
And so that's just 2 embeddings at full strength going in. I guess I just have a Hypernetwork in there, and it's just Euler normal 20.
Wicked.
Yeah. And then generally from here, I guess I could need to refresh this. It's non-responsive. Let's see, what else was I messing with? I was about to put a ControlNet in there. Just see what it does. Just a soft edge. Because I saw that from one of your streams too. It's like use the soft edge ControlNet to separate 2 masks out.
Yes, yeah, it'll catch the edges just a little bit. I don't even use a lot. Just if you use too much, it kind of gets weird. But just a little bit Just a bit.
I've been using PityNet, but what was that one that you used for Soft Edge?
I use PityNet a lot, but there's another one. I think it's called Sketch.
Okay,
there's a Sketch one,
You
and then
it
there's
was
a
like
Head.
GED or something. Head, that's the one.
Head's the
that was even.
Head's the like the that's what the original one was Head. The PityNet one is like a newer one.
Yeah, because I tried that because I was using PityNet because I just went through every single one of these to try to see which one would give me the best lines.
Yeah.
And then I settled on PityNet, but then I saw you in one. You were like, Head works. And
yeah, Head's
like,
good too.
Okay.
I think the ControlNet is trained on Head outputs.
Okay.
The soft edge ControlNet. But it also works with PityNet. It also works with there's another one like Sketch something, Sketch Skull or Sketch, I forget what it's called, but it works. And then there's another one that will only make lines if they're vertical or horizontal, 90 degree. Like, yeah, it's really cool. But it only generates lines when it sees lines that are like perfectly straight. It's like it makes this glitchy ass output too. You can use for like overlaying stuff on top. And yeah, man, ControlNet is such an untapped thing. People don't really understand it or get it or see the vision, but man, you can do lots of crazy stuff. Friend of ours, Spence.
Yeah.
He's got a whole system where he'll stack multiple control nets like beside each other and then feed those videos in with the original videos for Touch Designer so that he has access to all that stuff as masks. And then so like when he's playing back the stuff, he can add the control net stuff on top as like different glitchy elements. It's so sick. I
look at his setup and I'm like, that dude's living in the future, man.
I know.
Like,
yeah. He's in the
not
year
normal
3000.
stuff.
I know. It's the best. He's in Japan right now setting up the NFT Japan thing at the big 10-story building, Super Chief Gallery. They've got like a giant apartment building in Japan. They've turned into an art gallery, like every floor, every room.
Oh my God.
So he's doing the lasers in the main room there.
There's also a certain point where I'm like, how does someone have that much energy? Like, and like mental ability to manage all that stuff at the same time? It's wild.
Yeah. He's built different.
Raw clips for vid to vid. I have to sort by name. I'm off screen right now, just looking for which video I want to add here.
For sure.
Oh, let's just do this. See what this does. Let's say,
that's cool.
72 frames, I think. Just like every 3 for now. We'll do 32. I guess I'll take a preview image. We'll use some RAM.
I usually do a video combine and then turn the output off. Then you can see it in motion.
Yeah, we could do that. I stuck with that one version of Comfy where the video combine node wasn't showing up. Stuck with that for so long.
Yours does the thing where if you drag it out and type it in and the cable stays on. Mine, for whatever reason, the new UI something. You know when you drag a cable out and then you type it in the thing? When you hit it, the cable doesn't stay connected. It just disappears.
Oh, God.
It's so annoying. It's like, that is like base level workflow stuff I hope they fix eventually.
Let's see here. Okay, what am I forgetting? Go plugged in image control net. Screw it, let's go. Okay.
That's so crazy.
I don't think... Oh, I am saving them. God, where am I putting these? Just into the black hole of the
Yeah.
output folder.
Folder root.
I should just have like a button I push when it says "Learn it from Pers," because like everything, the most useful stuff, dude. So here.
Oh, that file name prefix node is great.
Yeah.
Oh, did you know you can just drag it in now? Like,
what do you mean?
So, like, if you change file name prefix back to a widget.
Oh shit! No kidding.
They just added this, yeah, a little while ago. So now drag the noodle to like that. Drag the file name prefix
just directly.
Right, yeah, like put it right.
The file
over,
name.
Yeah, like over the thing. You'll see that. See the node show up beside it. Yeah.
Isn't that sick? Oh yes, dude. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's a huge time saver. That one.
Yeah, dude, that head's dope.
Yeah, I just like the way those videos look in general. Just output ControlNet videos look great. Sometimes I just post those and they get more likes than the friggin' hard work that we do.
Just a depth map
stuff. Yeah.
Okay, so that didn't really do anything.
Well, what are your ControlNet settings at?
Yeah, I have it low.
Yeah, still should have done more than that.
Yeah, with soft edge, sometimes I'll do like 0 to 1 just to test it, but I'm going to switch my VAE. Oh, dude, my poor cat, he's lonely out there. Okay, so I have it set to 1 just to see what it does. Might as well. I liked the other one better. So we'll upscale while we're waiting. Once this reorganized. Oh, there we go. That wasn't too bad. Yeah, this is just that like super badass video upscaler.
Yes.
And I've done a few different things to it. Like I do a model merge and use the LoRa at 1.3.
Yeah, right on.
And then I have my conditionings up here since I'm just going to be like embedding.
Yeah, that AnimateDiff ControlNet thing is great.
Oh, I know. It's so cool. Like, I always wonder if like how do you even train something like that? Like, that's so crazy.
That one's black magic. I have no idea what's going on there. Just no idea. That's one of those ones I just plug in and go, well, that's cool. It does the thing. I don't even want to know why it does the thing.
Yeah. Dude, I've done some fun stuff with ControlNet though, like depth. Because this is a long time ago when I was just really experimenting with everything, but I was like, hold on. Conditioning combined, so that's like the same thing, and then you can go like this and then throw it in there.
Oh, okay.
And like none of the control nets really do anything except for depth. So like depth does do something. That's how I did like let me see what this did first of all.
Oh, well, it's definitely getting the stairwell.
Oh, dude, that's cool.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And when I see outputs like this, I actually am not off put by them, even though it's like potato camera version, just because it gives like the added noise actually helps the upscale.
Yeah, the upscaler is going to do some cool stuff.
Yeah. Which we might as well just try it while we wait. Did I not say? Oh, I saved it to that new folder. Right. There we go.
I actually missed that automatic 1111 thing where it would like make a date folder for you like every day, and then you could just go through your stuff day by day.
Yeah, and I mean, I started organizing like that with the date first, and I lose everything, and then I start making individual names, and then I lose everything. So I think it's just, making 1,000 videos a week. There's no keeping track of it.
Yeah. I keep saying I've tried this like several times to build like the ultimate video browser for a computer, like something that can like look at all the clips, get some look at all the videos, gather some clip information for the meta tags and everything, and then you just have like this like media browser for all the stuff you've made. But the task always gets completely out of hand and too big for my britches. So I don't know. Maybe someday somebody will make something that lets us helps us organize all this goop we make.
Yeah. Something would be good. Or maybe just like an LLM that knows your taste and can search it for you.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, eventually, I guess the stuff like clip and computer vision and stuff will be so fast that it can just look at them in real time. Just be like,
I think instead of ControlNet, I want to do like a sample settings. Image injection.
That's one thing I learned from you. I've been using a lot.
That's it's so cool, dude. Because it gets rid of like that context window difficulties, basically, like gets around it. Kind of. I mean, you're still going to get...
no, it's just like a new way of approaching it. Because like I like to use, like I make a lot of pixelated masks and stuff, and those, they make crazy outputs when you use them as image injections. Like
videos. Dude, that's smart. I didn't even think about that. Injection option, previous image strength. We might as well pull out one of these strength multiples. And then we want some effect, so 0.3. And then what is the other one, right? Default, but I switched to automatic 1111. Here. Resize image. We'll probably have to. Something like that. Nah, let's go something a little bit bigger.
Yeah, it's kind of fun to use the outputs from like Runway and Luma and all those things like as image injection videos.
Yeah, and I mean you can restyle
stuff, like make anything. That's why I always get my back up a bit when everyone's always, feeling like maxi about something. It's like all these things work together, man. Like,
yeah,
there's no best thing. Why? They're all just different things you can use. Like, who gives a shit?
And why limit yourself?
Yeah.
Like Kling, dude, 1.6. Have you played with 1.6?
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's incredible. I'm just like, oh my god.
Hyluo's new image thing is pretty cool. I played with that today. They've got like subject. You can upload a picture of yourself or whatever. Same thing that Pika has. Pika's is actually, I dare say, a little better.
Oh, the character swap
thing? Yeah, it's great. Because the Pika one, you can do multiple images. So like that's that image I made, or that video I made of you and me on the couch, that's Pika.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because you can put multiple images in and just say, two. It was like two men sitting on a couch flying through the air or something, and it just does the thing.
Because I was looking at that, I'm like, dude, how did he make this?
It's just Pika.
Oh, right. I forgot the image injection does a certain amount of steps and then transfers over depending on when you put your number in.
Yeah, that was confusing at first, but I get why. It like does the base run and then it injects the video or image into the second part of the run.
Yeah, it's based on the start percent.
Yeah.
So I think it's literally like 30% of 20 steps.
Mm-hmm. And then the guarantee steps, you can bump that up too, I think, if you want it to do more. I haven't really figured that out exactly, though.
Yeah, the confusing part about that's pretty cool.
Whoa. Yeah, I love all the little details, like the little faces everywhere. It's crazy.
Okay, dude. Let's go ahead and make another. Okay, let's mask the. Wait, here we go. I'm just going to take this whole thing, duplicate it here.
I can't wait till we get proper subgraphs.
Previous image inject. What is subgraph? What do you mean?
You know, like, do you ever use Blender or like Touch Design or anything?
I've used Blender as far as your tutorials have gone.
Oh, okay. So say I had like a 5-node stack, like the thing you have right there, the load video, upscale image, image injection, multival. You could make that a node and then go in and out of it. And like expose the things you want. So you could expose the image out and you could expose like a few of the variables, but then that node would be those 4 nodes. So you can just go into the nodes and back out. We kind of have that now, but it makes groups and you have to break them and open them every time. Like you have to break them apart.
Right.
And then clasp them together. But the way that's supposed to work is you're supposed to be able to just dive into the groups as like just imagining their own little nodes. And yeah, hopefully someday we'll get that in Comfy. I've been asking for it for years and years, but you know,
yeah,
priorities. And it's the sort of the Comfy mentality is, well, build it. We gave
you build it. Yeah,
we gave you
I'm busy, dude.
We gave you the toolkit. Build it. It's like I'm too dumb. Yeah.
Do a little pers action here as well.
Do you know about the other node too? There's another node that makes that easier.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's called Mask 2 RGB. Like if you search for Mask 2, TO, Mask TO, 2 words. Like Mask space 2. Oh, maybe it's not.
I probably don't have that.
I think it's part of IPAdapters.
Really?
No,
Oops.
I spelled it wrong. RGB. Oh, Mask From. My bad. Mask From. Yeah, see that? Mask From RGB. Yeah, click that. Yeah, so check out that node. It just dropped right there. Yeah, so you can plug in an image and then it gives you all the color outputs.
Right. Okay, so what is threshold? The higher, the more of it that color they take.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like the more red.
Red threshold. I think I tried this one and it confused me and I gave up.
Yeah, no, you plug the mask into it and then red goes to red and green goes to green. So you don't have to actually make separate color to mask nodes for stuff. You could just send the upscale image out into that node.
Right. I had some
plug your
issue
red
with
mask and then green mask in.
Just 2 colors, it should be totally fine, right?
Yeah, I just like I find that's a lot easier than trying to do it one by one when you get more than several colors.
Red.
Yeah.
Green.
Like that.
Okay. Select every one. We're doing 32. Which is totally, it's not going to be a nice loop, but we're just starting. Okay, let's see. Is that all I want to do? Okay.
Yeah, it's so cool you can mask the image injection like that.
Yeah, it's wild. I'm going to send it a check. Make sure it works. Screw it, run it.
We'll do it live.
And I tried, dude, Phil's, like, where he changes it to FP8 or whatever for the ultimate upscaler. I find the outputs aren't the same. Like there's a little bit more detail on this one, so I just wait.
Yeah. Yeah, FP8 always looks a little less great than FP16, but also way less VRAM.
Right.
That's the thing that's freaking me out about the 5090 benchmark stuff. Did you see that?
That's wrong.
Like, so the 4090, so they benchmarked Flux for the 5090 and the 4090 to compare them. And they're like, the 5090 is twice as fast. And then there's a little asterisk, and it's like, the 4090 was running at FP8, but the 5090 was running at FP4.
What?
It's like, yeah, it's like,
hold on a second.
Then yeah, it would be twice as fast on the 4090 too, wouldn't it?
How is that even legal?
So yeah, I'm worried that the 5090s are not going to be that much faster for what we're doing. We'll have to see. Hopefully they are, and it's just you know, maybe they don't have FP8 for the 5090s yet. I don't know. Either way, I'm going to rent one on Vast on day 2 or whatever and start dicking around and see if.
Oh, dude, that's a good idea to rent it before you buy it.
Yeah,
I don't even think about that kind of thing.
You just already have one on pre-order.
Yeah, dude, it's already on the way, man.
Yeah. I'm on the wait list. I want one. I want one real bad. That'd be a big upgrade from the 3090 though.
Dude, yeah. You're going from the 3090, it's gonna be night and day regardless. Right? Because I had like a 2080 Ti or something when I first started AI, and I had automatic 1111, and like a 512 by 512 picture took like 3 minutes, and I'm just like, this is untenable, because it, you know, with Midjourney, you type something in, it kind of looks bad, but it's kind of fast, and you can iterate. Yeah, and when you're waiting 3 to 5 minutes in between an image, like it's just, it breaks the flow. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah, it's like my friends with the 4090s have more fun with Flux than I do, because like Flux is great, but it takes just a little too long.
Yeah,
this is crazy. This is crazy. Like a bath of nightmares.
Yeah, and surprisingly, dude, like the A6000 running the full 34 gig Flux is actually just as fast as the 4090 doing Flux.
Interesting.
Yeah, which is kind of unexpected.
So are you making your images for the embeddings with like Flux? Like high quality, or just collecting stuff you've made?
Let's take a look in my root folder. In this public forum, just kidding. I don't care.
Yeah, because like I find using the Flux images as IPAdapter images is generally better than you know, my older stuff.
What I have been doing, dude, actually, let me show you this, just because I'm proud. Like whenever I get a bunch of complex math to work, like I'm just so proud of myself.
Hell yeah.
Like I didn't go to college. I took calculus in high school, so that's not really a fair assessment. But like, I just feel so accomplished when this like super complex, simple math nodes or whatever, like come in, and actually it all works. Like, you know how the feeling when you have like,
oh yeah,
some workflow where it's a push for you to actually do it. Let me see. Flux resize training image. Right, here we go. So I have your folder loading here, and like, so I had a bunch of images from Midjourney that were 4:5 because that's what I posted on Instagram, and I was just resizing them to 512 by 512, shrinking them down. I don't know where my camera is, shrinking them down, and then so all my embeddings were kind of a little bit wonky, and so I made this to make them all square, and so I just put the total number in the folder. And this is the trigger from Impact, and there's some Chris tools and KJ nodes and stuff. Right on. And then over here, all this math basically makes it square. And if they're portrait, to make portrait square, you have it on true, and to make landscape square, you put it on false.
Oh, nice.
Like, dude. To me, I'm like, dude, this is so cool.
Yeah, hell yeah.
To maybe like
I just crop center like an asshole in upscale image.
Right, and then this like out paints.
Yeah,
and it works really, really well though. Like that outpaint is The in paint's not bad either, too. I heard you and like
Chris, Syntax.
and
Fusion.
Chris,
Yeah.
kind of saying that in paint wasn't working well for you.
Yeah, he worked with it a lot, but he was finding it was like tiling in like a magic mirror constantly.
Really?
I haven't played with the Flux in painting much, just the outpainting. And the Redux. The Redux stuff is
Dude, it's so fun.
Crazy.
Dude, it's so fun. But yeah, with the in painting, I find you just turn Flux guidance up.
Oh, okay.
And it listens, it forces it to do what you want.
Nice.
All right, what was I doing? Got distracted.
You're
Can I
upscaling.
not
Maybe?
even run this? I forgot to run it. Okay. Anyway.
Very cool.
So let's add here.
I gotta start training some embeddings.
Yeah, like once you get the settings, man, like because that's what that's what I did first. I was like, oh, I want to train my own model. It just sounded like fun to do it. So I trained like a few embeddings before I started Comfy, and they were just kind of sitting on my hard drive. And I was watching one of your videos, and I put one into an AnimateDiff. Like you were doing a batch prompt, like a real basic batch prompt schedule with AnimateDiff and LCM, and I put one in there, and like the results were so crazy, and that's why I just got hooked on that like months ago.
Yeah, it's a great concept.
Let's put an IPAdapter in here. Mm-hmm.
It's crazy how every embedding on Civitai is just ladies.
Yeah, I know. That's why, like, well, I used to make that mistake though, because like I wouldn't watch videos because I'm like, dude, I don't care to do that. That's boring.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, god damn.
But then what I didn't realize, I was like, oh, I could just learn this skill and then use it for something else. Anyway.
Yeah, that's one thing I always try to tell people is like look beyond what that person made and just like think about what they're doing, because sometimes I find that a lot of the stuff that people were using to make anime girls can be used to make crazy stuff too.
Oh, totally. It's all the same stuff. Yeah. Let's see here. Load image. Go to masks. Big wildcard MJ folder. Okay.
Actually, if you search embeddings by style on Civit, there's some interesting stuff here.
And dude, two embeddings I use a lot are the negative embeddings. Unrealistic Dream actually is pretty much the only one I
remember
use.
that one. I think I used that one
and there's also
Automatic.
Yeah, and Bad Dream also works pretty well.
Yeah, I remember that one too. Nude lady style.
Nude lady embedding.
What happens if you make that the negative? So everybody's got lots of clothes on.
Oh,
or
dude,
clothes made of skin.
It's not a bad idea for YouTube, man. Because because you're always in LCM, like NSFW doesn't do much with a 2.2 or 2.5.
Yeah, I can't even do the one CFG trick thing on YouTube because
there's no negative with one.
Yeah, it's kind of raw dogging it.
Upscale image. I'll just crop center to it. No, I'm not going to crop. We'll just resize. That's fine. Do you use the Clip Vision enhancer a lot?
I used to. I actually stopped using it quite a bit. It's I don't know.
Does it take like a lot of? Oh, you're getting weird results.
Yeah.
It doesn't, dude. The interesting thing is it doesn't work when you have like a 6 RGB embedding or mask. I mean, going for AnimateDiff. I'm not sure if it's like too many tokens or it's interpreting it differently or it's the borders. I don't know what it is, but I can't get it to work with that.
Because you got to resize your input image to, like, if you're using enhanced tile 6, so you're gonna have to go 6 times 224 for the size of the input image, basically.
Yeah, I stopped doing the calculations and I just do 1024 by 1024 and I do 6 tiles.
Yeah.
That seems to work the best to grab like the most details out.
That might be why then, because you're sending 6 1K images in to the encoder. It's probably just like giving up at some point.
Well, 8 looks worse than 6. And 4, it doesn't have as much detail. So.
No, I meant with the 6 color mask.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
It might you're right. It might be just too much data, like too many tokens.
Oh, I see what you're saying. It's just too many tokens.
Because like there's like 6 tiles, like 6 images per adapter when you use the 6 tiles or whatever. So it's probably just literally too much info.
Yeah, I think even setting it to 2 though. But yeah, I like these are just like my settings. Average 0.5. And then 6 tiles.
Yeah, right on.
And then I upped the start percent on this. Maybe too much. Where's Flux Redux? Yeah.
You got any good results from MMAudio yet?
Oh, I figured it out, dude. Yeah. I think I figured out like the settings.
Right on. I only played with the default workflow for a few minutes of just getting like unlistenable nonsense. So
yeah, it's total garbage. So like if you turn your CFG up and then you steps to 100.
Oh, okay. Just give it more.
Yeah.
Because it's so fast anyway.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear that?
No.
Okay, just me. But yeah, I mean, this. I'm sorry, that's quite disturbing. Is this cool for YouTube? Too late?
Probably. I don't know.
It's not nudity. All right,
no,
so
just
like
insanity.
Yeah, I guess you can't hear it.
No, can't hear it.
But that worked really well.
Does it sound like crazy mushroom zombies eating each other?
Group of flesh-eating, fungus-covered zombies screaming. Yeah. And I just put annoying distortion in the negative. That's literally what I typed in. And then it worked really well. Like that's surprisingly good. And I can't remember what else I was doing over here. I was feeding the full thing in. And I know I had Florence in that I was messing with, but that's just like
describe the image for the that's a cool idea.
Right. Yeah, but it might as well be random, like.
Yeah, I found that like I think it's only trained on a certain amount of stuff. Like, yeah, I don't know.
Well, they have like the Flux large, and then if you switch it to more detailed, more detailed caption, like that'll give you a long one. But I've like with MMAudio, it doesn't really help to make it really long, so that's why. Yeah. Anyway.
I love the default prompt was like Pikachu singing or something.
Oh, really? Okay, this guy finished. Yeah, dude, that's cool, man. It's a little maximalist, but
no, it looks crazy.
But it's surprising, like how many details come through on just like a raw ST out 1.5 output.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I find a lot of people like on my Discord, they'll be complaining. They're like, "Oh, AnimateDiff only works with ST1.5." It's like, yeah, we're still plumbing the depths of ST1.5. I mean,
dude, yeah, no kidding. There's so much still unexplored. Dude, that's cool.
Like the model and the resolution is not your problem, my friend.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
No, this is crazy looking.
Let me find that. Yeah, I'm not sure what you were like, if this is even okay to have on your stream, my bad. But the
I think it's all right.
Group by. This is basically this is what I do all day. So group by type. See how that other one turned out. Okay, and then this is with the IPAdapter. See,
yeah, the IP
like,
adapter definitely makes it look like cleaner.
Yeah, more polished.
But I kind of like all the insanity in the other one too.
Yeah, I mean, you could bring it back just by starting at like a 0.1 and going to 0.75. I try to clean up this mess.
It's crazy how out of hand this stuff gets.
Yeah, I mean, we might as well color these up.
But it's creative exploration, not creative. This is how you do it every single time.
I mean, this is kind of how I do it every single time. Oh, I need to reset it. It's not selecting everything anymore. It doesn't work that way. Oh, it does.
It's control drag, right? I think. Just
Yeah.
like multiples.
Yeah, just sometimes like the functionality stops working. Oops. And I have to restart. Like sometimes Zoom stops working. I have to refresh the page. I guess these are all AnimateDiff. Get rid of the things AnimateDiff. Wait, these aren't. Oh, now it's working.
Nice. I like how everybody has their own color, the color scheme that makes the
this is
brain not
pretty
tickle too
influenced by you, I think. I think most of these match up, right? Like IPAdapter would do like a.
Yeah, I do like purple for diffusion, yellow for conditioning, and
do you?
for like inputs and outputs, and then blue for images and things. But again, everybody
like
does whatever makes your brain tickle less.
That's crazy. Okay, so that's coming from my noise mask down here, which is working. Like that's all I know how to use Blender for from your one tutorial.
That's all you need, man. That's like my favorite thing to do in Blender anyways, just make shaders all day. Like, you know, modeling's cool, but shaders are way more fun.
Okay, and now we can, I don't know. Pretty cool, man.
Yeah, this is really awesome. Yeah, I need to dive into this embedding stuff.
I've also found like you can go like 17% bigger. I guess it makes 600 with SD 1.5. I know this is probably not something that you would normally.
I actually do 910 by 512 a lot, or 512 by 910.
Okay, well that gets a little wonky without deep shrink, right?
Sometimes depends how much like masking and injection you're doing. Like if you're doing image injection, it doesn't matter. It's gonna just like,
yeah, that's true. You can go 1024.
Yeah, it's gonna do its thing. But yeah, I know what you mean. Just try to avoid the double subject bullshit.
Oh, you're right, dude. We should just go straight to like 900 and just get a like. The only issue with the image injection is like you get those weird borders sometimes.
Like the jagged corners.
Yeah, and just like edges that.
Yeah, I don't
are
know what
not-
the solve for that is.
I haven't found one. I think you can probably oversize your original image and then not crop it.
Oh, maybe.
Like
Maybe
not
if you don't
resize and have
resize
it a
it
little
with
bit
image
bigger.
injection.
Yeah, I think I can't remember. It's just really frustrating. Let's see here. Let's change this to add some water, maybe. You can't hear my cat? He's like,
No. Noise suppression
Okay,
is
cool.
working.
awesome. Oh, okay, doing this. Oh, I know. I should limit this to the amount of frames I'm doing. It's loading the whole thing.
So we're no strangers to Web3 here. Are you got any drops coming up you want to tell the people about? Anything
Not
interesting
really,
going
man.
on?
Like, yeah, I was just with Daily XYZ for so long, and then they kind of like stopped doing the normal daily thing.
Mhm.
I mean, I am on Rodeo.
Yeah. Oh, are you? Did I have you on Rodeo? Damn.
I'm on Rodeo. I got like, it's like when you first start Rodeo, that's like crack, dude.
Yeah, but then it falls off fast.
Yeah, it gets pretty old pretty quick. Should post one of these on Rodeo, dude.
This is the problem. I never see any of my friends' stuff. I was bitching at them on Twitter the other day about that. And they're like, oh, you can just ring the bell for your friends. I'm like, yeah, but wouldn't it be nice if there was a For You page and a following page?
Oh, you mean Rodeo?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's like it's just so much information, you know? Which
Yeah,
I
and
understand, like that helps
And
it
the
helps
big
feed the
accounts
art.
get more love because, you know, algorithm.
Let's see where we're sitting here. Finish the first batch. Okay, that's going to be a second. What other workflows do I have? Let's see. 12 color PERS RGB mask.
12 color.
Yeah, I just went a little ham. Oh god.
IPAdapter gets kind of confused if your masks get too detailed.
Yeah, that's why I just made every color so I'd have it available and you could just bypass it or not. But like, that's just your workflow. Let's see here.
Love that cable soup.
Like, this was months and months ago. I haven't opened that for a while.
You should
The
see
craziest-
my AnimateDiff motion LoRa training workflow because it has like a gridder, like it grids out all the outputs and stuff. So there's this one section. It looks like the noodles look like a bowl of ramen. Like it's absolutely just like
like they're not
they're just
any
everywhere. Yeah, they're just everywhere.
Keyframe soft edge RPG mask. Noise injection. Where is that mother? Is this the one? No. I mean, this is like a really cool node pack though. P condition RGB mask. If I could like name things something that I could recognize, that'd be good.
Dude, tell me about it. Mine's I don't even do it anymore. I just grab an output I like and drop it back in Comfy and get back to work. I don't even save workflows anymore. It's the worst.
Yeah. I wasn't saving anything, and then I'm like, man, I need that one. I use it all the time. Where is it? Oh, I bet it's still you know what? The new Comfy, they changed the
folder.
Yeah. ComfyUI custom nodes. Or wait, it was actually like right here. There we go. Conditioning stack. Control. You know, whatever, dude. I don't know. This is no.
What's this? Let's find out.
Hold on, I'll find it in my output while this loads.
Yeah, I gotta try that batched VAE decoder. Because sometimes I do really long diff runs, like if I'm trying to do like a dancing video or something.
Yeah, some of your dancing videos are crazy long.
Usually it's just 3 runs stitched together.
Okay.
Just a hard cut every now and then. I do get that a lot in the Discord. People are like, oh, how do I do this out of cut? I'm like, don't be afraid of cuts. Cuts have existed for
like right, yeah.
Years.
But dude, I get like obsessed with it where I can't have a cut. It's gotta be a perfect loop and like no cuts. And I found workarounds like recently, which work really well with like CogVideo and DynamiCrafter frame to frame stuff.
I haven't even played with that.
You haven't played like start frame, end frame with CogVideo?
That I have, but I haven't tried DynamiCrafter.
Yeah, CogVideo is better anyway. DynamiCrafter stopped working in 9x16 for me.
Oh, that's
weird. It's really weird.
No, Cog's insane.
I heard you say that's the best one.
I think, yeah, I think it is the best local one. Hunyuan is slowly catching up though. It's just that the Cog Fun, whatever the ControlNet stuff is crazy. We don't have that in Hunyuan yet.
Okay, I found this workflow.
The fact that it can eat like any kind of ControlNet input and just do the thing is insane. Oh my god.
Yeah, this is one that like.
Yeah, that's what my motion trainer looks like. Those outputs on the left are just like, what the?
This was 2 months of work though, I guess. But dude, that shift.
I know what a wicked.
Like if I had this back then, it would have been so nice, dude. You know how many times I rethreaded everything?
Yep. Like I don't know if that's connected properly. I'm gonna have to recut this whole thing.
Yeah, but this node pack is called Keyframe, and basically you're just building a batch prompt schedule manually, and then that all combines over here in the schedule.
Jesus.
And like the reason for that is because embeddings do not work in the batch prompt scheduler. Like,
oh really?
The first one will be registered, and then that's it. Like it ignores the rest of them. And so I had to do this because I was just trying to schedule embeddings for so long, and I couldn't do it, dude. I tried stringing, like you suggested I hit you up on Twitter because I was losing my mind, and you suggested stringing multiple batch prompt schedules together. That didn't work.
That didn't work either, eh?
Yeah, and like and so I found this one, and it does it, dude. It takes the embedding, and then what's cool is you can switch the blend mode like between, so you can take like sine wave or linear or whatever you want.
That's really neat. Oh, so that's how you're doing those where they're changing the vibe over and over time. Yeah, that's neat.
Yeah, and then also, so what I did is I was trying to combine the embeddings as well. And I couldn't figure it out, and I realized you have to combine a whole entire stack of them in order to do it. So each one of these is a different layer of 5 different embeddings.
Jesus.
And then those are all concatenated together to overlap. And then I have RGB mask here. So you have green or red and then green. Which was just
wow.
With like my favorite output I've ever made too.
Yeah, that one is great. When the cat turns into the little dude and then the guy. So
yeah, cool. And then I used to just throw like the super badass into the workflow.
That's crazy the way it's moving to the left like that.
Right. So that was like I made a bunch of depth maps and then in Premiere Pro I edited them together.
Right.
And then matched that up with the noise mask, which I wasn't using. I didn't know image injection back then. So like I was just doing
yeah, I remember when you dropped this one, I was like, how the fuck are you doing that? But I don't like asking. I like just sitting there trying to think about it for a while before I start bothering people.
Yeah, that's just depth map. Now that Comfy doesn't load your videos anymore, like I could just show them to you. They're all right here. Like this is it. Do you know why the preview is not there? Does it happen to you as well when you load an old workflow now?
I never noticed. Is it because that image isn't in the input folder anymore? Have you updated? Like, have you reinstalled Comfy since?
Oh, it's still there, dude. See? Okay.
Oh, weird.
There it is. Okay, so you can just go back and forth, toggle once, and you'll get in. So let's see what all these are. So yeah, that was just VAE Decode, so I'm feeding that in 0.75. So I don't even know anymore, dude. It's been a while since I looked at this thing. Oops, yeah. Okay. Okay. Solve that problem.
Yeah, that's really neat. Freaking cool. Yeah, this is one of the main things I love about doing this this show is just like you get to see how other people use Comfy because nobody uses it the same.
Right, it's wide open, dude.
Yeah, like nobody uses Comfy exactly the same as the last person. So
that's why your first. Oh, especially what?
I was just saying, like especially all my favorite artists are always just doing like absolutely insane shit you would just never even consider doing, and then the work becomes like an amalgamation of all these outputs that they've been doing with all these crazy workflows over time. It's like it's literally not reproducible because you would need to have all the custom stuff you've already made to make it even happen.
Right. Like you could use, like if you trained up like 20 different embeddings and figured out which ones work well together, like you could use this in the same way.
But it's not going to make those videos. Yeah.
Yeah, your output's going to look totally different, which is really cool.
Just like takes that slot machine element of AI out of it completely. You're shaping your own creative like library. It's great.
It ends up that way, yeah. Once you get familiar enough with the software, right? Which takes a while. But like, dude, I wish like your beginner videos. I just send. I hadn't even watched them, right? Because I didn't like. I don't need those.
Yeah. I shouldn't have put the word beginner in there. I should have used a different word because a lot of people do that. They skip it because they think they got it all. But
like, I got it.
They are pretty helpful sometimes.
But I send that to my friends, and then they use them, and they're sending these videos. They're like, "Oh, I made this." I'm like, "Wait, didn't you start like 2 days ago?" That's not fucking fair. And then I look at this. They share their workflow with me. And I'm like, what the fuck is this node? I'm like, okay, I need to go back and watch those videos. Like, there's a lot of gold in there, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, that's the second one is like, it's pretty much every aspect of ADiff, starting with prompts, prompt travel, then IP adapters, then IP adapters plus ControlNet or whatever. So like you kind of get the whole smorgasbord, but then there's all the other stuff that ADiff can do even the stuff that you've showed me ADIF can do. Like I didn't even know about image injection. I didn't even know that was a node.
Yeah, I just get bored and I'm like, what does this do? And I just pull it off because that's really handy that it just shows you everything right there.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's a really fun way to explore, especially the like keyframing and like strength multi-val, dynamic multi-val, scaled. That stuff, like none of it makes sense until you start using it, and then you're like, oh, I think I know what this is doing.
Dude, okay, let me not actually mess with these weights yet, because I don't want to make accidental.
Have you played with
NSW stuff? Or I mean strength, not weight.
Have you played with Kosa's new masked LoRa stuff? You can like mask LoRa's into separate areas of your image now.
Is it an AnimateDiff?
Yeah, it's new AnimateDiff stuff. It's model style, apply style or something. Apply style. Just type AnimateDiff. Yeah, apply style model. That's it.
Oh, experimental.
First one. Not that one, the other one. Style model. Yeah, the first one. Oh, yeah, that was the one. Sorry. So, yeah, that one, you can like, you can mask models into areas with this. I'll dig up a workflow and send it to you. I have it somewhere.
Out? Oops. That's going to take forever. Okay.
But yeah, it like, you can say like, you know, I want the left side of the screen to be this LoRa, and I want the right side of the screen to be a different LoRa, and like all this stuff. It's nuts. So, let me see if I can find
the output. Yeah. Dude, I went down a ControlNet rabbit hole too, and like have you messed with this node? After you're done looking for that, sorry. I mean,
no, I've got it up. Which one?
Weights override. No, latent keyframe. Latent keyframe group.
No, I've seen that one, but I never played with it.
Dude, it's super, super useful because I was trying to get ControlNet to do audio-reactive stuff. I wanted to change the strength throughout the animation so that it would be like to the beat.
Oh yeah.
It worked pretty good. But like it's not audio reactive. Like you just match it up afterwards. I tried using frame sync to make like the keyframes, and it's just not, it wasn't like obvious enough. So what I ended up doing is just making cycles and then syncing it up to the beat afterwards. But it's pretty cool. Depth anything V2?
Yeah, V2 looks good.
Yeah. I honestly haven't even, I saw on Twitter you were like VidL or VidI or whatever.
Yeah, VidL.
Worked best, and I've stuck with it.
Yeah. The model. The input. The model.
The model. You know, I never, a depth anything model.
Yeah,
okay.
depth anything model.
I was like, wait, I never realized it said the model. Okay.
The model damages.
I think we're gonna have to do more frames here. But yeah, with this guy, I actually use ChatGPT for it. I have it bookmarked. God, I can turn my brightness down here. Dying. Okay. So like the way you have to basically use this format, and so at each in every frame you have to directly instruct it. So 64, 63. So I'll just use that. 0. So I just have ChatGPT do the pattern. It starts at 0, ramps to 1, 20th frame, and then ramps back down to 40th frame to 0. Okay, that's fine.
This is the stuff that ChatGPT is just the best for.
Yeah, dude. Like imagine trying to type that all out.
Or writing
create
a Python script. Exactly.
Yeah.
No thanks. No thanks.
And then, yeah, I might as well leave that there. So we need to change this to depth though for soft edge. And have you messed, dude, with stuff that you'd have to put the VAE in here and take the model?
No. I saw that they have a VAE in ControlNet now, and I don't know what it's for. There's also one in the friggin' video combine, and I can't figure out what that's for.
Video combine. Oh yeah, it just makes it like it
Decode.
bypasses the VAE decode.
Yeah,
and it just does it within the node. But I've never found like I got no use for that. Okay, so we're gonna switch this to 64 frames.
Yeah, well, I assume there's something that Coast was doing where he needed it or something, because like otherwise, I don't know why it's even there.
Right, because when you throw the VAE in, the image just turns to a latent.
Right. That makes sense.
So if I drop the VAE in, I think it'll disconnect my image is still there. Huh. Oh. Okay.
It would probably just air it out.
Things for later.
Yeah.
Should I switch my mask? Let's change the mask. Mm-hmm. That's 3 color.
Default prompts in some of these LoRa's are so stupid. One girl, armlet, bangs, black hair, black undershirt, breasts, cape, circlet, earrings, heavy breasts. Like, we get it, dude. We get it.
Dude, why don't they just change the name of their stuff, bro? That sounds like if some of mine embeddings would just sound so dumb. And so, like, I would change the name before I upload it to Civitai. Anyway. Bands moving.
Not enough breasts in this. I put the word breasts in 15 times.
Breast. Well, that works to probably get it, you know? Let me say 150 divided by 3, it's only 50. I won't be able to, that's fine.
The funniest thing about Civitai is you upload a LoRa or something, and you're like, this is a totally innocuous, normal thing. It's just a style LoRa, like the VHS box one or something. And you look at the goddamn outputs people make with it, you're like, what is wrong with you? Like, thanks for using it, but good lord.
Dude, over time I've gotten so desensitized to like.
Oh, I know.
To weird stuff.
Dude, Ryan was on the stream. Ryan on the Inside was on the stream last couple weeks ago, and he went to Civit just like completely without a condom on. He was like, "Oh no!" I was like, "Yeah, it's not good."
Oops.
I had to download and re-upload the stream because I was like, And he did it again. He's like, I don't know why I did it again. It's all good, dude. I know exactly. I know exactly what the problem is. Don't sweat it.
Raw dogging it, bro.
Yeah, Civitai with no filter is unhinged, man.
Yeah, well, like that's how I first found it, and I'm like, this is unusable. I had to turn on NSFW filter.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a little bit better.
Why is there no images?
Yeah,
have images? What the hell?
No one saved anything? Oh, that's actually probably why I don't have a lot of search results for certain stuff. I should switch that around. Okay. Dude, you just changed my life, bro. I can't believe I could just drag that in there now.
It's so nice, right?
I've never been happier, dude.
Yeah, I love that.
Okay, so now we got a resolution. Okay. 64 frames. And then we're doing a depth. And I guess I will pull one of these guys out from depth anything. Nope, that's a low video.
This dude came in the Comfy server earlier and he's like, I'll give you $200 for 15 minutes worth of work. I need a workflow that replicates this website. And it was like a website that does like likeness or whatever. And I'm just like, why don't you just spend the $200 on that website? It's just like, use it. Like, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah. Those kinds of jobs don't interest me. I'm just like,
No.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Cool.
Like, and yeah, do you think it'll take 15 minutes? Okay. Like, that website has a staff of people working on that stack.
Yeah, that is a pretty absurd ask.
But here we are in the AI economy. Fiverr must be just an absolute nightmare right now. I can't even imagine what it's like. Or Upwork, like, God.
Yeah, dude. I feel like there must be some image that I've used before that's pretty cool. Let's try that out. 0.1, 0.75. Dude, sometimes I get these, like, do you ever get those little, like, weird...
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Those little blue dots or whatever?
Yeah, or white specks.
Blue, white, yellow sometimes, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if that's from the... Are you using the block thing on this?
No, not yet.
Oh. I don't know then.
Yeah, it happens usually, like, if you're combining a bunch of embedding, sometimes it'll happen. So it might just be, like, too many tokens. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because, like, when I train my embeddings, I always use 70 tokens and just fill it up and pretty much overtrain it. Okay, so this... Oh, that might be kind of cool having this cycle in and out. The thing about...
The depth map's good. Depth anything's pretty good.
Yeah. Works well, dude. The thing about, like, adding in the ControlNet and all this is the VRAM starts going up pretty high. We have all of this stuff in here.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why, like, it's nice to have the batched VAE. Because it's the worst, especially on the long renders.
Yeah, you do a long render and then it chokes out at the end. You're like, oh.
Yeah.
All that time wasted.
Oh, dude, but you know what has been a lifesaver? I always forget to add in the RG3 seed. Because it has use last queued. So if you're in randomized.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah. If you're in randomized, use last queue. You don't
that from now on.
do it again.
Yeah, okay.
Because I was like pulling my output into another
trying
window,
to see what the seed was. Yeah.
Get the seed, come back and paste it. And I always forget to add this, but it's like,
yeah, that's
a
super
lifesaver.
handy.
Oh, I can just drag it in now. Dude, that's wild.
Game changer.
That's a game changer. 5 ComfyUI game changers.
Yeah. Comfy himself doesn't want you to know this.
Comfy
One
himself.
simple hack.
So how was ComfyUI named again?
Well, the developer, his pseudonym is Comfy Anonymous, so it's just ComfyUI. It's just his UI. That's all.
Okay. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I was
Although
always
he's
like,
not anonymous anymore. He showed up at all the events that we've been at and stuff. So it's like,
when I first started, I was like, this is kind of comfortable. I
yeah.
was like, that's what I just assumed that's what it meant.
Well, I think part of it is also it's like a more comfortable way to look at the diffusion pipeline. Essentially, like other than just literally writing C+ or Python code to just talk to everything directly, like having it all out in a visual programming language is a lot easier.
Yeah, this is amazing, and it's so much easier than Blender.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I go, I'm like, I gotta go in Blender right now. So eventually I'll get good enough to where, or like competent enough at what I need to do to where it won't be such a headache. But it's just me and ChatGPT talking for hours.
Like when the pandemic hit, I did like 3 Blender tutorials a day for like a year. And then like after you do that, like all the stuff just kind of coalesces and you just kind of learn it all via osmosis.
All right, there's a lot going on
yeah.
here.
I think I see the depth map in there as well.
It pops in the middle, so like it comes to like it gets to 1 strength and stays there right in the middle. And so let's see. I guess I can sync these up.
Visual Fusion also showed me once you can use black and white fading masks as floats. So if you have a mask that's going from black to white and back, like he'll just make those in After Effects, then use that as the strength multi-val for his control nets and stuff like that. And then you're literally like what he was doing was audio-reactive stuff with ControlNet, but then bringing the ControlNet strength in and out with an amplitude mask that's just going like flashing white when the track's at full volume. So it's like it's just ControlNet's just grabbing on when the volume is at full for the track and stuff like that.
Dude, that's really, really cool. So how is it? Is there a node to convert?
Yeah, it's like mask to float, or I forget what the node's called. Okay.
Mask to float. That makes sense.
No, it's not even it, but it's something like that. I'll have to ask him. I haven't used it since he mentioned it way back in the day, but is it threshold mask? No, I don't know. I'd have to ask him. He's going to be on the stream soon too. Bug him about that.
All right, I've got too much going on here.
But yeah, you basically use a black and white mask as a float value.
Yeah, that's smart. And then it's probably easier to match it up visually too to the music than to
because you just generate a mask with After Effects or whatever that's just flashing when the RMS or the amp is like full. You could FFT out to different EQ bands and shit like that. Ryan has some cool nodes for that too. Ryan on the Inside's node pack is insane.
I just downloaded that. Yeah.
His features system is wild. Takes a minute to get your head around, but it's really sick.
What was I just gonna do? Oh, the per block thing. Mid-level.
Yeah, I remember I looked at these nodes once and went, nope.
Not today.
Yeah, no, we're not going down this rabbit hole today.
Yeah, like the first thing I did was just like, okay, let's run one of everything, see what happens. Scale. Here we go. Crank that to 2. Yeah. Like I found like on the 0 down from this one, there's a lot more motion that takes place.
Interesting.
And then if you drop this, I think it increases the detail a little bit. I really can't remember. I'm not going to mess with it though. And let's take this out of the picture for now.
Oh, multi-val scaled mask, I think is the node. You feed a mask in and then it shits out a multi-val.
Oh, it was the AnimateDiff one.
Yeah, but it works with, as far as I know, you can plug those into, I think you can plug those into a strength of a ControlNet too.
So not floats. Well, maybe floats.
Well, multi-val technically is a float, but yeah, it's multi-val scaled mask, I think is the, yeah, that one. You see how it's got a mask input and then, yeah, and then you got a min max threshold and then.
That makes sense now.
Then you feed
so
that
if you don't want it to go, like white would be 1.
Yeah.
If you don't want it to go all the way to 1 strength, you could do like,
yeah, exactly.
You could limit it. Yeah.
And then the scaling, I think, is just how it ramps up. Absolute, it's like 1-to-1. The relative, I don't even know. Maybe just adds.
Yeah, these are things where I'm like, oh, let me check the GitHub. Oh, there's nothing.
Yeah, there's absolutely nothing about it.
Dude, I was surprised. Like this, actually, for Advanced ControlNet, he has a lot of documentation that he took the time to write up, which was really cool. So that's how I figured out how to use this. See, actually, there's a really good write-up on GitHub. Because like if you just pull out a normal latent keyframe, like give the batch index, and this is literally the only frame that is going to be active on. So like what I was hoping for was that you could do like a 1 and then a 0, and then like a 50, and then change this to 0, and it would just ramp. You know, or switch the. I thought it would like ramp from 0 to 100 between frames 1 through 50, and it's frame 1 is 0, frame 50 is 1. And so you'd have to add, 64 different ones of these if you wanted to control it that way. I'm pretty sure that's how it was working. Which seems kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So maybe I could be wrong. Because that seems pretty wild. Yeah. Gives me anxiety looking at this one. Is that those things? Here, while that's running, I'm going to look at I'm going to look something else up real quick. Soft edge. See, that's kind of dramatic.
Wow, that's crazy looking.
Like because like,
wow,
like that's at 1, and then boom, it just zips out into nothing. So,
but that's not what it looked like. Your math looks like it should be backing off gently.
It should be gradual, unless I'm just seeing the loop. Oh, I am. That's just the loop end. It ends at it should end at 0 though. I guess it's 0 for a long time. Anyway. Oh, dude, I think I know why. I deleted one of the image injections, but I didn't get rid of this mask. Or wait, I did. There's no mask. Never mind. Yeah, no idea.
What's up, MJ? Midjourney Man just joined us.
What's up, dude?
Gave us the purple hand.
I feel like if AGI ever figures out that I did this to ChatGPT, they're gonna consider it like torture.
So yeah, can you make these strings for me all day long?
All day. All right, now do it from 1 to 1,500.
It's like, that's great, but can you do this? That's great, but can you do this? Friend of ours, Shamanic Arts, he tells ChatGPT he's going to sacrifice a virtual hamster every single time it screws up. It's like, I have a hamster in a box, and if you mess this up, I'm going to kill it.
Does he really?
Yeah. How many hamsters have you sacrificed? He's like, hundreds, mate. Hundreds.
Does that work? Threatening? Like, yeah, he chose violence that day.
Yeah. I'm holding a knife over a hamster. So if you screw this up, the knife will go into the hamster's heart. I don't know if it helps. He says it does.
I've already anthropomorphized this thing too much.
Oh, I know, me too. I could never do that. I'd just be like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it.
I take it back. My friend put me up to it.
I still say thank you.
Yeah, well, I feel like it's trained on human language, so it makes sense to like speak to it like a human.
Yeah, yeah.
Or just use like you would a normal person, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's normal linguistic usage for English. So that's what I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. Frames 472 frames.
Woo, 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 woo. Sine wave. Man, that's crazy.
Dude, but I almost want to just like leave it at 1 and not even use this.
The hallway looks insane. The hallway of mouths.
Let's run it without that. So this is just embeddings going through the ControlNet
with the
hallway video.
Yeah.
Yeah. Might as well bypass these and stuff. Reading about them. Because usually depth map 1 does not look great. So that's kind of surprising. That's VFI. So help me find it.
Whoa. That's a cool output.
Oh, yeah. This ongoing collab I've had for like over a year. And just never finish it. I'm the worst.
Is that with let me guess. Is that with Noper?
Oh no, this is with a dance guy.
Oh, because Noper's stuff has a lot of this going on, the fire and the water and the
right. Yeah.
Waves
well, that's what
trees
like,
and all that stuff.
Unfortunately, I find some similarities between what I do and like Noper's outputs, and I'm like, I know it's not the same method to get there, and it's just like,
yeah. I don't even know what he's doing.
Yeah, he's found a hole and he's dug deep.
It feels like conditioning, though.
Oh, it's definitely conditioning of some sort, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like,
these rabbit holes, they go deep.
Yeah, I don't think it's like embeddings or anything, though. I think it's probably just...
Yeah, it's probably just text, like, hitting different prompts.
Yeah, but this... Let's see here. What else do I have? But yeah, image injection will just do some cool stuff though. Like this is
Wow.
something I worked with Pancake Pie 360 on Instagram.
That's crazy.
I don't even remember what this workflow is, but that's the consistency you get with image injection.
Yeah.
Like gets around that cycling context window or whatever. So this is upscaled. Oh, okay, I had both together. How did I do this? I should really keep it like a journal.
Oh no, half the fun's figuring it out later.
Figuring it out again.
Yeah. I figured it out once, I can do it again.
So there's no image injection. So how was I just doing soft edge? Just soft edge, dude.
Crazy.
Yeah. Let's see how this turned out with one.
Crazy.
That doesn't look as good. It must have been a value right between.
Yeah, maybe it's like
Anyway.
80 or something.
$72.
Try and wave it.
Yeah, I wonder if we just like, oops. Oh, thank goodness. Dude, that's cool. I didn't realize Control Z will take all of them away now instead of one at a time.
You know about Control Shift Paste, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's another. It's like, how did I not know about this?
Yeah, dude, when it really worried me the first time when you showed that shift pull all the noodles at the same time thing. I was like, that's been available this whole time.
I know, it's like, what else am I missing?
I have been wasting my whole life, dude.
Yeah.
All right. 72.
Yeah, especially when you have like 48 things plugged in.
Yeah. It's just a test of your patience at that point. It's just, okay.
Is it worth rewiring? I don't know.
Let's drop this to 0.8. Let me find.
Man, that's crazy. The weird insect helicopters are insane too.
Yeah, that's his base video. Goes Runway. But yeah, I went through a phase where I was just doing a lot of soft edge stuff. Like just using soft edge. And then at 1, yep, I use it at 1, okay. And then it just gives full rain.
Yeah, like here's the lines, draw within them.
Yeah, exactly. Just fit it into the lines. It was a lot of fun. I don't even know, dude. Yeah, if you asked me what I've recently been doing, I wouldn't even be able to tell you. Let me see.
Stuff, man. I've been doing stuff. And I'm not being evasive. I just can't remember.
I literally can't remember. Oh yeah, that's right. I did that weird airplane fungus thing. I worked on that for like 3 days. All right, yeah. Okay. And Mario. Okay, this one was pretty cool. Let's see.
Imagine a stairway that's just all LED screens like that. You could just play stuff on the stairs, on the walls, on the. People would just fall down it probably.
Yeah, that would be pricey. Can you imagine the cost on those things? Let's see here. Soft edge 3. Oh, here we are. No. These all upscales. Let's see. Oh, this was with the 50. Let me see here. Where? Oh, AnimateDiff. It's just in my regular output folder. I hate it when they slip through the cracks like that. Let's see how this turned out.
Yeah, recently for the first time, RunPod got cheaper than Vast for 4090s.
What's Vast?
Vast.ai. It's just another community cloud like Docker situation where you can only rent GPUs. It used to be cheaper, but RunPod got a little cheaper, so that's interesting.
Yeah, when I start calculating and I think about like how much it costs on RunPod for a 4090 and how much my 4090 costs, I'm just like,
Yeah, like how much do you actually have to run? How many, like, yeah, well, how many, like, what's $2,000 of the credits worth time wise?
Exactly. Plus electricity, plus the actual cost, right? I'm just like, And
you know, like the ones you use on Vast and RunPod are probably running on like some coal factory in China or something. Like they're just like essentially free power.
I think this never happens, bro. My Comfy crashed, man.
Whoa. That is one thing I'll say. Comfy doesn't crash very often. Like the back end crashes sometimes, but the UI is surprisingly robust.
Let's just double check, but I believe, or maybe just that tab crashed. It seems to be working. Dude, you should get another used 30. Oh wait, your power supply would have to get upgraded to run 2, huh?
Yeah, I don't really need to.
All my previews stopped. Yeah, I'm just gonna restart Comfy. Have you been working on anything?
Yeah, I got a couple of collections that are gonna come out soon. One's extremely NSFW.
On Rodeo?
No, I'm gonna do that one on Object, I think. Some old Tezos.
Yeah, I saw your tweet says that 2025 is gonna be the year of NFTs again. For you, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna start minting again. I didn't mint like it all last year. Take a little break ski. Gonna work on a group drop with some friends.
Oh, it's fun, dude.
Yeah, that'll be good. MJ's part of that. Midjourney, man.
That's also cool because you get like people with different creative partnerships too.
Yeah,
be utilized.
And some of the people aren't. They're NFT noobs, so it'll be cool to be able to, you know, just I don't know. When you just get some fresh eyes on their stuff. It'll be good. It's nice to be able to be in a position to introduce artists.
Yeah, dude, that's so cool. Yeah, that's how Literally, because without that, it's just me on Instagram with my Midjourney
Begging.
friends, you know?
Yeah, begging.
Well, just like screaming into the void or whatever.
Yeah. Buy my stuff. And nobody on Instagram gives a shit about NFTs.
No, yeah, there's no carryover there. And also, it's just like, dude, I don't know, man. The market's so fickle.
Yeah.
The thing, like, also, you don't know where to price it. It's like a whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a whole deal, like any other business, I guess.
Yeah, no, that's actually why I stopped minting last year. All that stuff got so stressful. I was like, am I enjoying this anymore? I don't think so. I was like, I'm just going to take a year off and work on my stuff. And, you know, build some ideas. And then now I've got ideas for collections again. So I'll start making them and doing them. And hopefully the market will come back. But who knows, man? It's, yeah. At least all the profile pic projects seem to be dead.
There's certain aspects of the NFT like market or community where it's just like I see why it's off-putting to some people.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
Because like that literally doesn't make any sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this was just a huge stack. Okay, what's in here? Okay,
oh my god.
Yeah, that's the one where I just have every embedding I ever made.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and then the neutral. Yeah.
32? 42? Oh my god.
Yeah, but half of those, are the neutral ones. So maybe it's just like
okay, yeah.
20. Looks like 20 embeddings.
That's so funny.
With Unrealistic Dream. Okay. And yeah, that's back when I was loving this model. Or this hypernetwork, I should say. Yeah, I was trying to do one for this guy's. Yeah. I thought this was a different one. All right, well, I guess that workflow is not meant to be seen.
It exists, just somewhere else.
It does exist.
It exists, I assure you.
And dude, why does the save audio node save as a .flac file?
Oh, Flux.
So yeah.
Yeah, Flux are lossless, so that's kind of nice, but yeah, they're kind of hard to work with.
Well, dude, yeah, what I did is I found this like completely abandoned project that didn't, like, the nodes didn't even work out of the gate. And I just rewrote it with Claude.
Nice.
And I can't believe how simple, like,
give you the
it
option.
is to just add this in there. Anyway, that really was like bothering me for a hot second there.
Yeah, there's also some things like the saving files as MP3s is actually protected under the MP3 licensing. Like you're not.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah, you're not technically supposed to release any nodes that can save to MP3s.
Oh, that's why. Okay, yeah, I'm just like, dude, why
wouldn't
you
if you built
just
it yourself? It's whatever, right? But like,
don't tell the feds what I did.
Yeah, well, no, only if you release it. Then if you release it, then the Baronhofer guy, whoever made MP3, they're very litigious. They sue everybody who releases an MP3 exportation tool without licensing the format or whatever.
Which makes sense because like they spent, like, all the companies conglomerately together spent so much money like developing that encoding process or whatever. That makes sense. Things you never really think about.
But you still see it show up places. So just, it is what it is. A lot of people just don't know that some stuff is not allowed to be used. Like a lot of people use InsightFace in commercial projects. They don't know they're not allowed to do that.
Right. And I mean Flux as well.
Yeah, Flux. I think you're allowed to use the outputs, but you're not like allowed to like bootstrap Flux into something and like sell outputs with it.
I hope that's the case. I read it differently. because like I read it that you have to be a paid subscriber and then make it on their platform in order to use it commercially.
Oh,
And so there's no like open source version that you can use on commercial projects. And I'm like, how would they even enforce that?
there's probably an invisible watermark in there.
Which you could just upscale the outputs though, right? Creative upscale and like.
Yeah, maybe. It might persist though. I have no idea how that works.
Who knows? I'm sure it do.
They're very
Considering
smart.
the company
They're very smart
that made
people.
it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's
Are they making a video model?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's the whole ComfViz team from Stability, right? They're the ones that made, like, Stable Diffusion back in the day. They all left Stability and made Flux.
They left Stability and made Flux.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, basically, like, Black Forest Labs is Stability's old ComfViz team. Robin
There's difference of opinions. I mean, that's the same with Anthropic and OpenAI, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that story, but yeah, probably. Different value alignment. Anthropic's ads they're crazy. Have you seen the one where they're it's like Anthropic, Claude, and then it's like something about it being moral or something, and then in brackets underneath it's like the morality can be taken out for the enterprise edition or something. It's like, what the
well, you have to say that, dude, because it's unusable. Like, imagine trying to make a feature film on Runway.
No, I know I talk about this a lot. It's the human condition is more than just PG films. It's like there's more to life than fully clothed people working in business outfits all day long.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, like that's my biggest gripe with a lot of the closed source video models is the nannying and the like, even just the LLM that's processing your prompt is just like, I don't think we can do that. It's like, really? What did I pay $80
No, I know.
for?
I know, dude. Exactly. It's really upsetting. That's what's really cool about having Flux, like, local.
Yeah.
Because it's Midjourney quality with like DALL-E 3 level attention.
Yeah. And you can train in whatever the hell you want.
And you can mess with everything. You know what I mean? It's great, dude. It's like, because that's all I've ever wanted. If Midjourney had a backend where you could mess with everything, like, I would love it.
Yeah, just more exposed settings for advanced users would be super fun. They're doing some cool stuff with the style blending and the personalization and some other stuff, but it all does feel like wrapped in a nice little bonnet. Can't really get into it. But yeah, long live open source. And Hunyuan and Cog and all that stuff, like, I can't wait to see what people train into these models. It's going to be insane.
Right. I haven't even touched that video Laura yet, besides the AnimateDiff one. I did do that based on like your tutorial a long time ago.
Oh, the motion director?
Yeah, like the motion Laura trainer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's super fun.
Which I did get some cool stuff with that, yeah.
And if you push those LoRa's up like over like one strength, you can actually get the input footage back out of it, which is really interesting because then you can train in stuff and then like pull it back out if you need it. It's cool.
Really?
Oh yeah. Like if you take that strength up over 0.6, 0.7, it starts to just give you back what you trained it on. Like like strength of 1 on a motion LoRa, it will like basically just spit out whatever you trained it on.
Just with no prompt?
Yeah. The motion just goes right back to where it was. And if you use the prompt you used to train it, holy shit, it just spits out the input footage like. Super interesting.
Yeah, okay, this one was cool. Yeah, dude, the thing that I think like people who don't know about your RGB like context smashing stuff, they're just like really missing out on a level of control that you can get
Oh yeah.
with your composition, everything. Like, because I had this is like one of those rare times where I had an idea and I actually like from the beginning started and ended up just like I wanted. So like I've got all of these. See, this is how I used to have to do it before I realized that other node
Right.
existed.
Yeah.
Um, so I have like a volcano embedding and a carpet cat embedding, and I found those work pretty well together. And then I added in. Okay, so that's just the video upload. What is this? Oh, okay. Oh, dude, I forgot that I did that. I need to start doing that again.
Static.
I just like pulled this off YouTube, and that works really well as noise too.
Yep.
You've tried that before?
Yeah, TV static is fantastic noise.
Works really good for noise, yeah. That old CRT stuff doesn't even exist anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been clocking CRTs to. I want to get a little bit into the analog video glitch stuff, but then you gotta get a good camera, and you gotta.
You got to figure out all the different adapters you have to use.
Yeah, it's not too bad, but yeah, it would be nice to if I already had a camera. But that's what's stopping me is like I'll get a TV and then get it all rigged up and then be like, I can capture it back in, but I can't really film it on my iPhone.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. I
'Cause
mean,
you really want to
honestly,
scan that TV to get the
like the full resolution.
Yeah, just to like that's that's the real power is like filming it properly.
Okay. And then just cropping it square.
Or whatever, yeah. Because then if you get the shutter speed the same, there's no rolling effect. It just looks like correct.
This is the one. Yeah, because like it's kind of I have a bunch of camera equipment, and like what's kind of demoralizing is when someone posts like this macro picture. I'm like, oh, dude, what camera do you have? And they're like, iPhone 20, and I'm like, or whatever iPhone X. I'm like, oh, damn it, didn't sell this equipment before it's too late.
I know the new like the iPhone 16 Max or whatever, the Pro, the camera is like, Jesus Christ. And plus, it kind of does all the stuff that a lot of it automatically does a lot of the stuff that people are screwing up with their heavy gear. Like, you got to get all the settings right. You got to take the picture correctly. You got to the conditions have to be perfect. But your phone's just like, I know how to do it. Bonk, and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, it's like a whole other rabbit hole. Exactly, it's a huge rabbit hole. Let's see here. See, what did I call this? Combine models. Wait, this is just for VFI. Dude, I swear, trying to find files in my output folder is such a nightmare.
Yeah, me too.
And like talking at the same time,
making date folders on my NAS and putting the output folders in those date folders. I was just like, I gotta remember what month I did something, or it's just gone forever.
Yeah, well, on the video that you made, like where I saw the Mikey note or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Oops, is like you said. Yeah, don't do the whatever. Do the date. Am I not sharing my screen anywhere?
No, you're good. No, it's good.
Okay. You're like, do the date, don't do the naming. And you had already obviously gone through the cycle of trying to name everything, probably.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's I data archiving, data hoarding. I'm bad at it. It's a rat's nest of nonsense.
Oh, dude, I've not deleted something yet. Keep making backup
I
folders.
was jealous when some of my friends are like, oh yeah, I delete everything that's bad. I'm like, oh, I don't have that skill at all. I have every piece of shit I ever made sitting on a folder somewhere.
It adds a whole level of, you have to curate all of your stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, I think these were just saved. Okay, this is before I started folderizing things. That's why I can't find any of the stuff. Combine models 452. Here we go. There we go. There we are.
Whoa.
So funny looking back at this stuff, dude. Okay.
And how many times have you rebuilt the same workflow? Like I'll often start just with like nothing and just like, why am I rebuilding this again? It's like, oh, well.
That's usually what I do. Yeah, I'll just start with a blank workflow and just start playing around. And then I got up to some monstrosity, and then I just move on to the next project and forget all about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is from September. Okay. Okay, so I added like a bunch of embeddings, concatenating all of them. And then it looks like I did have a preview set up. This one. 3-color. Okay. So yeah, I was like, I want a cat paw like reaching up and pulling someone's face apart basically, and then have it come back together.
Mm.
And so for the blue, where are all the colored masks in? Okay, yeah, I just set it up with a single embedding. So I trained one, like overtrain something on lips.
Right.
The cat paw type thing.
Right.
And then I just have a main embedding stack that I also have going to IPAdapter, I believe. Yeah, IPAdapter with this image.
Whoa. And then it totally did the thing.
And it just did the thing, dude. Yeah. I'm like, okay, this is really, really cool.
That one tooth in the middle is great.
Yeah. A little tic-tac.
Oh, that's super cool.
Yeah, it worked. Like the upscale worked pretty good too.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I love all that weird like cotton candy smoke. It looks great.
Yeah, that's coming from the Hypernetwork. Let me see, where is that at?
One of the 8 hypernetworks that are loaded.
Right. Well, combining hypernetworks is like, that's just, I tried for a while, like, oh, this one at 0.3, this one at 0.4, and combine them all together, and it's just too much, you know, for not that great of an effect. So I stopped doing that. I take stuff to the extreme and then say, okay, that's enough. That's enough of that one.
Back it off a bit.
It's in my agent folder. But yeah, I'll show you what I mean for the Hypernetwork. First group, I think. No, kitchen soup is what I call it.
Kitchen soup.
Yeah. So yeah, it's like very diverse. So I have most of my embedding stuff in there, and just like 5 or 6 of each.
Oh yeah.
And then you end up with like this really broadly trained, and you have to do a lot of steps, like to get it to work. Like I just do 50,000 and let it run overnight.
Wow.
And then just it does a snapshot every 500, and then you
try them out.
Try them out, yeah. And those are all resized with Flux, which is just like, it does anything, dude. It's crazy. It'll outpaint perfectly, like no matter what it is. Yeah, it blows my mind.
Yeah, I need to do more Redux stuff.
Yeah, I burned myself out on Redux because I just had like a...
Plus, it just makes like crazy nightmares, so it starts to get a little... Yeah, you're like, what am I doing?
Well, I just let it... What I did was like I had like the Eden random image, And I just had a big folder of images. I have 4 of those going, and I just let it run overnight.
Yeah. Come back and pick the best ones.
Yeah, and there's like if you do more than 4, it's just absolute. It's really almost all garbage.
Well, goddamn, we've covered a lot of stuff. I think we're hitting the 2 hour mark, 2 hour 15.
All right.
Should probably wrap it up, but holy crap, man, this is really cool. So embeddings and conditioning, combining, and image injection, and all kinds of things that nobody's doing with ADiff. It's so cool. So cool.
Ran out of. Yeah, dude. Okay, Comfy crashed.
Perfect
had to
timing.
restart it. All
Right
right,
on.
man. Well, thanks for having me on, dude. It's an honor.
No, thank you. It was awesome.
And thanks for sharing all that knowledge openly in the past, which I capitalized on. It was amazing.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna like take the beginner stuff and recut it and then put those up back on YouTube, because that stuff's it's just good to have for beginners and stuff. I don't want to gatekeep the beginner knowledge, but a lot of this stuff, when we're diving in deeper, I think it's it's time.
Yeah, I mean yeah, when you get like this down the rabbit hole, it's like, okay, you're dealing with like 1,000 hours or more of like research.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. Like that makes sense to not just have that out. But yeah, for beginners, man, because I keep feeding the beast so we get more new users in.
Well, exactly. It just makes more guests down the road.
Yeah, and we'll get to see the genius stuff that people learning it can make. It's really, really cool to see.
Well, let me check and see who my next guest is real quick. YouTube. Hello, friends. Welcome back to Imagine just having this in a friggin' spreadsheet somewhere. Imagine being organized.
Oh, your next guest, you mean?
Yeah. Just trying to figure out who my next guest is. It is January 16th is Midjourney Man. Midjourney Man's my next guest. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's screaming me in the chat.
He's probably screaming in the chat. It's me, dude.
It's me. Yeah. My next guest is Midjourney Man. So yeah, we'll be back on January 16th with Midjourney Man, and I might do a stream in between. We'll see. But yeah, this has been great. Thanks a lot, Kent. And yeah, man, keep posting stuff, and I'll keep retweeting it. It's amazing.
Dude, I appreciate everything. Pers, you're the man. Thank you.
Right back at you, buddy. Thanks, and thanks everybody for hanging out, and we'll catch you all next week. Toodaloo.
See ya.